just said, oh, he's wearing a shirt. He said, read this shirt. It says, I got out of bed for this.
He's on 60s Gold on your satellite dial with lots of stories to share. Talking across the country, mile after mile, with listeners on the air. It's a P with an H, the F is no more. So stick around with Phlash, let your memories soar. The satellite carries all that 60s charm. It's the Phlash Phelps Phunny Pharm.
Hi, this is Pat McLaughlin.
This is Mike Losecamp.
I'm Dean Castron.
This is Don White.
I'm Scott Langley.
And this is Don Daneman. We are The Circle, and we just changed the theme song to Phlash Phelps 60s Gold, now on Channel 73. But all else remains the same. City of the Day, National Anthem Girl, Kelly, Phlash's wonderful stories about listeners and places, and that awesome 60s music just keeps coming.
He's on 60s Gold on your satellite dial with lots of stories to tell. Playing 60s music in a retro style. I just wish he could spell. It's a P with an H, the F is no more. So stick around with Phlash, let your memories soar. The satellite carries all that 60s charm. It's the Phlash Phelps Phunny Pharm. The Phlash Phelps Phunny Pharm. It's the Phlash Phelps Phunny Pharm.
Man, I still like that slogan on the shirt right there. I got out of bed for this. Maybe we made Phlash Phelps Phunny Pharm. I got out of bed for this. You have to make sure you put the right punctuation and stress the right words. But if you just read it, it may not read out right. You're on the Phlash Phelps Phunny Pharm. Last night, Monday Night Football, I was awake. Was I awake for both of them when they ended? I think I was. So I know New Orleans Saints won and the Pittsburgh Steelers won those games. You're on 60s Gold. Hot town, summer in the city. Back of my neck getting dirt and gritty is what they're saying in there on 60s Gold. This is a very wild thing. We have the IT Professionals Day going on right now. So if you're into helping us out, fixing everything that goes on with the computers, it's your day. Butterscotch Pudding Day. I do not have that. Talk Like a Pirate Day. You know, that day is going on. Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's just a goofy holiday. They do this every single year. And I don't know what you could say besides, "Arr!" It's really wild. Or, "Darcy blows." That's another big one that they say. So, again, Talk Like a Pirate Day is going on. Here's some of the other things that have gone on. Katy Perry. If you don't know her songs, you probably know that she's on American Idol and a judge there. She just sold her music rights for a whopping $225 million. Wow, that would include a lot of her songs, like 2008 all the way to 2020. So that was big news that went on in the music industry yesterday we were talking about. Sirius XM, 60s Gold. Let's get out and ride the train.
British invasion star Peter Noon is picking music and sharing memories.
Hello, it's Peter Noon, Herman from Herman's Hermits. Hey, join me every week for something good.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
Something Good with Peter Noon, Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific, on Sirius XM, 60s Gold, and anytime in the SXM app.
This one, again, shouldn't affect land. Hurricane Nigel. Nigel is the current name, and it's a Category 1, could become a Category 2, but go directly north, so shouldn't even affect Canada on this one. So that's good news. Association, they're still in concert because they were just out with the Vogues even this past weekend. You're on the Phlash Phelps Phunny Pharm. And to my Translate Your Newsicator, Kelly.
Good morning, Phlash.
Good morning. All right. Let's go ahead and play trivia again. This is always fun. You give us some really cool facts about things. So I was watching Jaws again. I watched that a lot. Well, what do you have since I watched Jaws?
How old would you say sharks can get?
Oh, I've heard this before. I think it's 30 years old.
Well, sharks are older than both trees and the rings of Saturn.
Oh, you mean how long they've been around? Wow. Oh, that's a long time. All right, give me another one I don't know.
Also, Phlash, do you love pomegranate?
When was the last time I had pomegranate? I know what it is, and it has been a while. Why? When's the last time you had it?
I think the last time I had one, I was probably about 10 or 11.
Oh, that wasn't that long ago then. Okay, go ahead. What about it?
It's a very interesting fruit. Pomegranate translates to seeded apple. in Latin.
Yeah, I've seen when you cut them open and they have all those seeds in them as well. And by the way, starting right now in September in the Northern Hemisphere, this is the time for its season all the way through February. And they started out actually in Iran and Turkey and over in the Middle East. And then they finally brought them over to California in the 1700s. That's where they started. So I know they do margaritas and martinis that are pomegranate. They have a lot of different things that are flavored that way. Good one. Sirius XM, 60s Gold with the Trippers.
All 60s hits. Sirius XM. 60s Gold.
Well, that day, great weather in Windsor, Ontario for the Detroit area. And Burton Cummings of Guess Who was there for the unveiling of the statue of Rosalie Trombley. It's right on the waterfront in Windsor, Ontario. Pretty much right near Caesars is where you see it. So go over and see it. It's just brand new. And she was the one who gave us that golden ear, who got so many of these songs played on the radio back in the 60s and 70s.
Sirius XM 60s Gold.
Our own Howard Stern did 4 minutes talking about Pat St. John's induction into the Radio Hall of Fame, which is on the way in November. And he said, I met him. He goes, he looked like a lion. That was if you've never heard what Howard said about Pat St. John, it was really a cool thing. It was about 4 minutes where he's talking with Robin about him. So you're at 60s Gold.
Songs that were played on transistor radios up and down the beach.
We'll all be gone for the summer.
Sirius XM. 60s Gold.
Sirius XM 60s Gold with Phlash Phelps.
4 tops on the Phlash Phelps Funny Pharm. I'll play a song by a birthday girl. Actually, she's not with us anymore, but I'll play one by her in just a second. Hey, our own Pat St. John. Do you remember when he was on the soap opera Search for Tomorrow? Yeah, our own Pat St. John, he was on there. And the anniversary was yesterday, and he was talking about it, September the 18th of 1985. He was on there playing a disc jockey. It was very cool to know he was on Search for Tomorrow. And then they canceled it the next year. They did. So a question had come in from Dave. He said, Pat, did you actually get any residual checks recently for it? And Pat, I thought the answer would be no. Like, why are they running this? Pat said, actually, he did. He said, I just got one from South Africa where it was just shown again. He said, my check was for 65 cents, but they took a nickel out of it for taxes. He got a check for 60 cents. So that's what you make. So you wonder why the actors are on strike, and because you get 65 cents for it airing one time, or 60. That's about all you're going to get. All right, here's the lady who would be having her birthday today. We lost her back in the 70s. Mama Cass Elliott, born on today's date, back right here in Baltimore as well, 60s Gold. Earlier when I played the toys, I was talking about the nominees to the Toy Hall of Fame, which will be decided here in the next month. But you can do your voting online, which is a lot of fun. One of them that's on there is Bop It. And I remember when my nephews, they got it. And so it would say bop it, and then you'd have to bop it, or you'd have to twist it, and you grab the thing that would twist. But you had to do exactly what it said to do, and you had to be quick at doing it, or you screwed up, and then you had to start all over again. You see how many you could get in a row without messing the whole thing up. So I had to laugh right here because I got, Big Jim Sykes over on Channel 75. He's so cool. He's over on Elvis Radio. And here's what he just wrote. He said, I don't even know what to do with my debit card anymore. Am I supposed to tap it, swipe it, bop it, twist it? That was a great one. Big Jim Sykes over on our Elvis Radio. He's fantastic. Sirius XM, 60s Gold. Okay, here's a guy who would be having his birthday today. We lost him on Christmas Eve back in 2000. Nick Massey of the Four Seasons at 60s Gold. On our eastern shore of Maryland, right on the other side of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and Kent Narrows. Here's what he writes. He said, Phlash, this is a great U.S. trivia, and you can use this on the way in October. Okay, I'll give you the question. I'm going to give you the answer now, and then we'll ask it again in October, but you're already going to know the answer if you're listening now. So this is a really cool one. This might be really good trivia. This year, October 6th will fall on a Friday. The following day, obviously, will be a Saturday, right? Well, where and when in North America was the day following Friday, October 6th, also a Friday? That's a great question. Where in North America did it go from October 6th and the next day it was also a Friday. This is a great trivia question. The answer is, now remember this for October, because you're going to want this. You never know. It might be City of the Day. Friday, October 6, 1867, Russia handed over Alaska. So Sitka, Alaska, that actually they went and they had to change their calendar. They were on the Julian calendar and they had to go to the Gregorian calendar. So what happened in Sitka, Alaska, Friday, October 6th, from their calendar became Friday, October the 18th. And that's what's known as Alaska Day, the day we got Alaska. So in addition to having 2 Fridays in a row, Alaska also claims it's the only place in the United States that never existed between the dates of October the 7th and October the 17th of 1867. You better remember that trivia. That could be City of the Day in just a couple more weeks. Sirius XM 60s Gold. If you want to see a statue of Jack Lord, as we know as McGarrett from Hawaii Five-0, it's at the Kahala Mall. It's right outside the mall. He used to live right near there, and many people put leis around him on that statue. It's very cool. It's a big part of Hawaii Five-0, 1968 to 1980. Mr. Boots O'Neill. If you're in Texas, actually, he's in the Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame. Mr. Boots O'Neill had his 91st birthday. You may know him because of the 6666 Ranch over in Guthrie, Texas. Very well known out there. So a happy 91st birthday. That's a very cool one in there today. Today is the day the Mary Tyler Moore Show started. Can you believe that? Wow, that was 1970. Yesterday was I Dream of Jeannie and that anniversary that went on. Okay, here you go. I got one for you. It would have been the birthday of Brian Epstein. And that's the way that Don Danneman. Now, Don was under contract with the band called Circle under Brian Epstein. It was the only American band that they took on that Brian did. So Brian, as we lost him in 1967, the same year that Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band had come out, here he is for the manager of the Beatles. Again, he was born on today's date. So that goes back to 1934, the day he was born on September the 19th. Let's play one. Since I just mentioned Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, let's play it. Well, North Alabama, very sad that we had to lose the Saturn 1B rocket from the Apollo. I guess you know the story, right? Right there on I-65 at the rest area. Many stop. You come in between Nashville and Birmingham, and you make that stop at that rest area. Welcome to Alabama. And the rocket was there because you're right near the Rocket City, and it was just so cool. Well, they couldn't maintain it, and so it's being pulled down right there along I-65. So next time you go over there, and it should be down all the way by the end of October.
Flash Phelps, mornings, 60s hits, 24/7.
Flash Phelps Funny Farm. Hey, did your pet ever do anything that caused you to be able to rush them into the pet hospital? Listen to this story. There's a whole bunch of these new ones out right now. Kelly, what do we have?
Good morning, Flash.
Good morning.
You know, every year for the past 15 years, Nationwide Pet Insurance,
right,
they do something called the Hambone Award.
Yeah, these are the pets that do really dumb things. Let's see what happened.
The most unique injury claim. It was named after a dog that once got into a fridge, ate an entire holiday ham, and ended up with mild hypothermia.
Oh, no. 35 years ago, I'm on the air, and I get a call from somebody who had a pet emergency. Who did they call first? They called me on the radio. Oh, my gosh. All right, go ahead.
And since they insure 1 million pets, they hear a lot of insane stories.
Okay.
They just named their finalists for 2023. Here are a few highlights.
Okay.
Grayson Hayes is a Labrador retriever from Texas.
Right.
He took an unexpected jump off a 36-foot-high bridge.
What?
And he landed on a concrete embankment.
No.
He survived.
Oh.
And Josie, a mixed breed pup from California, lost 4 teeth and got a broken jaw while aggressively chasing a ball during a game of fetch.
No.
Josie collided with a pair of cast iron stadium seats, which were taken from historic Candlestick Park.
Oh,
and we'll do one
gosh.
more for now.
Yeah.
Miko is a cat from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Got bitten near the eye during a fight with some doves.
Oh.
Miko was not seriously hurt.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that's good news right there. Again, if you have not seen the entire list online, if your pet has ever done anything that you had to rush them into the hospital, this is a list. I'm a Believer, sung by Mickey Dolenz, who has a brand new song out. Do you know the song Shiny Happy People by R.E.M.? He redid it. And look up Mickey Dolenz, Shiny Happy People, the REM remake. That is brand new. That is out. And by the way, Mickey's going to be able to meet with you in Houston in about another week. I know he's going out there. Here's a cool thing going on this coming Saturday. Our own Shotgun Tom Kelly was inducted. He will be inducted into the California Music Hall of Fame, along with so many other big names. My friend Wink Martindale, he's going to be getting in. Bob Eubanks. Oh, my gosh. So you talk about two of the great game show hosts. They're going in. And with some of the musical artists, the late B.J. Thomas, Lawrence Juber of Wings. How about Jason Sheff, lead singer of Chicago, right after Peter Cetera. And then you had Cannibal and the Headhunters, Chuck Negron, formerly of Three Dog Night, Jimmy Sands, Dennis Stefano, former lead singer of the Buckinghams. Boy, the list is huge. Rick Derringer, Marilee Rush. A lot of these are all 60s and 70s people. And I can't read them all. There's so many in here. Oh, here's one guy I know, and he's going in as well to the California Music Hall of Fame this Saturday, Ron Dante of the Archies. Ron Dante is also the lead singer on this song. Tracy Doors, Hello, I Love You at 60s Gold. Always nice. From all those requests we got the other day when we did that for the entire day, got one right here. Let's go ahead and think about this one. Linda has written in, and she said, my daughter was recently diagnosed with breast cancer. She just turned 39 last week. Her name is Mara, and she's having surgery. Could you please play A Place in the Sun from Stevie Wonder for Mara? Mara and Linda, we are thinking about you right here and praying for you with 60s Gold.
Did you hear that Disney World had to close down rides after a bear got into the park?
Yeah, I saw a part of that on the news. What do you have?
Somebody spotted it in a tree yesterday. And it was near Disney's Big Thunder Mountain roller coaster. Around a dozen attractions had to close temporarily, including Thunder Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, and this is fitting, their Country Bear Jamboree show.
Wait, the bear got close to the Country Bear Jamboree?
Well, maybe it was showing up for the audition. I don't know. And the whole park had longer wait times than usual while the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission dealt with it.
Yeah.
And Disney put out a statement saying they were working on capturing and relocating the bear.
They did.
A bunch of the attractions reopened at about 1 p.m. And officials were seen carrying the bear on a tarp around 1:15.
That's true.
Now, Florida only has black bears. So that's what it was. They say it was probably moving through the area looking for food to pack on weight for winter. And thankfully, no reports of any injuries.
Yeah, that made national news. Did you see it where they were carrying it? They said they were taking it to a national forest. It was a female bear is what it was. But I like that it was right near the Country Bear Jamboree. That is very unique. You're at 60s Gold.
Playing all 60s hits and letting you know what's going on in towns big and small. Phlash Phelps in the morning on Sirius XM. 60s Gold.
North Dakota came before South Dakota because they both came in on the same day, and they just mixed them up, and then they signed it not knowing which one was actually signed first. Did you know that story? It's a good one. You're on the Phlash Phelps Funny Farm. Today, the anniversary of the birth of Mama Cass Elliot. My favorite song from Mama Cass Elliot has to be Make Your Own Kind of Music. And one of my favorite singers now is Harriet, who's over in the UK, fabulous singer. And I asked her for Mama Cass' birthday, would you please sing a little of Make Your Own Kind of Music for us and sing it with your English accent? Here we go. Here's Harriet doing this for Mama Cass Elliot at 60s Gold.
But you gotta make your own kind of music. Sing your own special song. Make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along.
Harriet, thank you for doing that for us right through the phone. It's Make Your Own Kind of Music, the anniversary of the birth of Mama Cass Elliot. Here is Make Your Own Kind of Music with 60s Gold. Listen to this one. We heard from our listener, John. Is it Kukuk? Is that how you say it? That's cool. It's a palindrome last name. You can spell it forward and backwards the same. It's K-U-K-U-K. I love that. So, John, thank you for writing in. He said he and his wife, they listen all the time for many, many years to 60s Gold. He said, my reason for reaching out is because they had a huge celebration here in town. And he said the U.S. Navy commissioned a new Navy vessel. It's called the USS Marinette, the LCS-25, in Marinette, Wisconsin. It was huge. It was only the third time in U.S. history a ship that was built in a city got the name of that city. That is really cool. So the city of Marinette, wait, that's a really cool place as well. Last time I was in Marinette, Wisconsin, right there across from Menominee, Michigan on the UP. That would have been 2 years ago. I was there September of just 2 years ago. So thank you so much for letting me know about that. That had to be a huge event. And by the way, my nephew just went up there. He works for where he has to go and check out all these different ships. And he was flown into Green Bay. He went to go check out Lambeau, but he had to go do all his work up at Marinette. So thank you for writing in. It's Sirius XM 60s Gold. You're on the Phlash Phelps Funny Farm. Birthdays in here before I play the birthday song. And here you go. We have Jimmy Fallon with a birthday today. Candy Dolfer, Allison Sweeney, Jim Abbott. I saw him play for the Angels when he was playing with the Angels. One arm, just an incredible pitcher. Oh, my friend Soledad O'Brien's having her birthday. She has a fantastic TV show, if you haven't seen that too. And Joan London. Yep, she has her channel number today, 73. That's our channel number. So she's turned 73. Twiggy with a birthday today as well. For those celebrating a birthday today, here's your birthday song. Beach Boys at 60s Gold. You think about Beach Boys, think about L.A. You see what they did for the L.A. Dodgers did for Miguel Cabrera, the Tigers? They gave him a star that looks like the star from the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They did that yesterday. Actually, officially, John Waters, the director, who's from right here, he got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame officially. And then later last night, Miguel Cabrera, the Dodgers players, got him one. So it looks really cool if you didn't get a chance to see that. Speaking of a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and the combination of the Dodgers, Martha Reeves will get her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on March 28th, the same day the L.A. Dodgers are going to have their home opener in 2024. So it's cool. You go to the Martha Reeves thing, then you go to a Dodgers home opener. You're on 60s Gold. Here's Martha.
All 60s hits. 60s Gold. Non-stop music.
Getting your motor running.
Get your motor running.
Phlash Phelps in the morning. Playing all 60s hits on Sirius XM. 60s Gold.
That song's called The Twist, obviously, at Sirius XM 60s Gold. Did you know there's a city not too far from Memphis in Arkansas? It's called Twist, Arkansas. That is it. Now, I always like unique city names. The next lady I'm about to play has a very unique name. In fact, she didn't even want to use her first name. She was going to use her middle name, Sally. And so do you know who this artist is named Sally? Yeah, her first name, she decided to go back to start using her first name. And guess what? There's only one city in the entire world that has her name, and it's in the Congo. Yep, the Republic of Congo has the only city in the entire world with the name Patola. We're going to go bye-bye. Let's see how my show was.
Did you like the show? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. All right, we're going to go bye-bye. Get a hold of Kelly. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Phlash.
Oh, good morning. All right, what do we have?
You want to get out of a speeding ticket?
What'd somebody do?
Well, of course you do. If you've got a lead foot and you want an edge when you get pulled over, be sure that you're smiling at the DMV. Researchers at Boston College found people who smile for the driver's license photo. They're granted more leniency by police. Now, I hear people tell me that when they get their license renewed, that they're advised not to smile.
Oh, no, don't listen to them.
I've got to get mine renewed here this year, so we'll find out.
Yeah, smile.
But I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try to smile.
Oh, yeah, mine is smiling. I like mine. I think I'm smiling because I had just passed the eye test portion, and then they took the photo. I think that's why.
Our baby will be leading you now. We hope you enjoy the show. With City of the Day, National Anthem Girl, and Jelly Snaps, we gotta go. But we'll be back on another day, playing 60s music in a special way. We promise not to lose all that 60s charm on the Phlash Phelps Funny Farm.